The Fall of Constantinople, 1453. Ottomans versus Byzantine Empire. On the morning of April 6, 1453, the mighty Ottoman army, led by Sultan Mehmed II, known as Mehmed the Conqueror, began its historic siege of the legendary city of Constantinople. Once the heart of the Eastern Christian world and the Byzantine Empire, Constantinople now stood as the primary target for one of the greatest sultans in history. For decades, the Ottomans had dreamed of capturing the fortified city that symbolized power, politics, and culture in the ancient world. On the other side, Emperor Constantine XI knew the dire situation his empire was in. The once glorious Byzantine Empire had been reduced to almost nothing but the city itself. Yet Constantinople's towering walls, which had repelled enemies for centuries, gave the defenders hope. Despite their small numbers, the city prepared for one final battle, a fight for survival. One of the Ottoman army's greatest strengths was its use of advanced artillery, something the Byzantines had never faced before. The Great Bombard, a massive cannon specially built for the siege, could hurl projectiles weighing hundreds of pounds over long distances, smashing the once impenetrable stone walls that had protected the city for centuries. For the first time in history, the sheer power of artillery was about to become the deciding factor in a siege. Day and night, the Ottoman cannons relentlessly bombarded the walls of the city. While Ottoman soldiers launched repeated assaults on the walls, the Byzantine defenders, led by the Italian commander Giovanni Giustiniani, worked tirelessly to repair the damaged defenses and hold back the invading army. These days were long and brutal, with both sides knowing that this battle would determine not just the fate of the city, but of the entire Byzantine Empire. Sultan Mehmed II had an army of over 80,000 men, including the elite Janissary forces, known for their discipline and ferocity in battle. In contrast, the Byzantine forces, combined with volunteer troops, numbered no more than 7,000. Despite being vastly outnumbered, the Byzantines fought valiantly, taking advantage of their natural defenses and the formidable fortifications surrounding the city. As the siege wore on, the walls of Constantinople began to crack and crumble. Sultan Mehmed, understanding that time was not entirely on his side, executed a bold maneuver. He had his ships transported overland around the Golden Horn, bypassing the sea defenses and gaining access to the city's harbor. In the early hours of May 29, 1453, Mehmed ordered a full-scale assault on the city. The Janissaries launched a devastating attack on the remaining sections of the walls, already weakened by weeks of bombardment. It was in these final moments that the city finally began to fall. Despite Emperor Constantine XI fighting alongside his men to the bitter end, the Ottoman forces breached the defenses. Inside the city, fierce street fighting ensued. Emperor Constantine XI fought valiantly alongside his soldiers until he too fell in battle, becoming the last Byzantine emperor to die defending his empire. As the sun rose on that fateful day, Constantinople had finally fallen. Mehmed II entered the city victorious and made his way to the great Hagia Sophia, the most important religious symbol of Eastern Christendom, where he declared its conversion into a mosque. This marked the end of the Byzantine Empire and the beginning of a new era as Constantinople became Istanbul, the capital of the Ottoman Empire. The fall of Constantinople was not merely a military victory. It was a profound shift in the balance of power. It signaled the end of the Middle Ages and ushered in a new era of great empires. In the aftermath of Constantinople's fall, the world witnessed a profound shift in the global order. For the Ottomans, capturing the city was a moment of unparalleled strategic, religious, and political significance. Constantinople, now Istanbul, became the heart of the thriving Ottoman Empire, a hub for trade and culture that connected East and West. Sultan Mehmed the Conqueror did not view the city's fall as merely a military triumph, but as an opportunity to build a new civilization that merged the city's rich heritage with Ottoman power. Constantinople transformed into Istanbul, a global city where Islamic and Christian cultures intersected. It became an intellectual and artistic center where science, art, and culture flourished. Sultan Mehmed sought to blend local customs with Islamic values,
creating a diverse and multicultural civilization. Hagia Sophia, once a powerful symbol of Eastern Christianity, was converted into a mosque, symbolizing Mehmed's vision of coexistence and tolerance in his new realm.
On the other hand, the fall of Constantinople sent shockwaves through the Christian world. The city had withstood centuries of sieges and had become a symbol of Christian faith. Its fall marked the collapse of the last significant stronghold of the Byzantine Empire, bringing an end to an empire that had endured for over 1,000 years. Western churches viewed this event with a mix of sorrow and fear, fearing the Ottoman advance into Europe. It sparked calls for intervention from Christian powers in Western Europe. However, the fall of Constantinople was not just an end. It was the beginning of a new era. The Ottoman Empire expanded rapidly, securing control of one of the world's most strategically important cities. A city that had once been the capital of the Eastern Roman Empire now became the center of the great Ottoman Empire. The battle itself exemplified the evolution of military tactics and the use of modern technology. The use of cannons, particularly the Great Bombard, forever altered the nature of warfare. Fortifications that had been impenetrable for centuries proved vulnerable to the growing power of artillery. This shift impacted not only future battles but also diplomatic strategies and the way defenses were conceived. The fall of Constantinople marked a new beginning for the history of the Middle East and Europe, with the Ottoman Empire rising as a dominant force, shaping Europe's fate for decades to come. It also heralded the end of the medieval period and the beginning of the European Renaissance, as the Christian world sought new ways to trade and communicate with the East after losing control of the main Silk Road routes. This historic event, retold through countless stories and narratives, remains a symbol of hope, strength, and the sweeping transformations that shaped the destiny of the world for generations. The fall of Constantinople was not just the end of an empire. It was the start of a new era of global change that reshaped the course of history.